My name is Riley Hart. I'm 28 years old. And last week, my entire life tilted on its axis. My Aunt Serena, well, legally she was my guardian, but to me, she was a fortress. She passed away and left me everything she had built. The Craftsman estate overlooking the bay, the controlling shares of her company, Vale and Hearth, the accounts, the trust, all of it. I walked into the lawyer's office still smelling her perfume on my sweater, that sharp mix of bergamot and cedar she always wore. The air was heavy with old books and polished wood, the kind of place where every sound, every tap of a pen echoed like a gavel. I was bracing myself for paperwork, condolences, maybe even relief that at least one part of this nightmare was orderly. What I wasn't bracing for was the door swinging open, and the two people I hadn't seen since I was 13 stepping inside, as if summoned by fate. My parents, Lucas and Dana, the same ones who left me with a single note on the kitchen counter, and disappeared. Dana's smile was rehearsed, like a teacher greeting a parent she barely remembered. "We're here for you, sweetheart," she said, voice syrupy but cracking at the edges. Lucas adjusted his jacket, the smell of cheap cologne cutting through the office's leather scent. "We never stopped thinking of you." I didn't answer. My throat locked the words inside. My eyes fixed on the envelope in the lawyer's hands, as if focusing hard enough could keep me from slipping back into the 13-year-old who had waited by the phone for weeks. Then Evelyn Cho, Serena's attorney, walked in, calm, deliberate, her heels tapping like a metronome against the marble floor. She barely looked at my parents before greeting me. "Riley, I'll need you to stay after we read the provisions. There are contingencies." I caught the flicker in my parents' faces, the way Lucas's jaw tightened, the way Dana's eyes darted, calculating. They hadn't come for closure. They had come for Serena's empire. And suddenly, the room, which had smelled of polished oak and order, filled instead with the metallic tang of dread, like blood in your mouth after you bite your lip too hard. I wish I could say I stormed out or demanded answers right there, but I didn't. I sat frozen in that leather chair, hands pressed into my lap, nails carving half moons into my palms, pretending to be composed, while inside the ground cracked open beneath me. Before I go deeper into how it all unraveled, into the secrets, the taped conversations, the night they came to my door again, tell me this. Have you ever had family members reappear, only when there's money involved? If you know what it's like to draw hard boundaries with toxic relatives, hit that like button and drop where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, this story only gets darker from here. When I saw them standing in that office, my mind didn't just freeze. It split open. Suddenly, I was back in that 2-bedroom apartment with the peeling wallpaper and the hum of the fridge that barely kept milk cold past a day. Lucas, my dad, always came home late, the reek of smoke and cheap whiskey clinging to his jacket. He used to toss a crumpled bag of fast food on the counter like it was some kind of gift. "Eat up, kid," he'd mumble, already digging for coins to play the next round of poker. Dana, my mom, spent more and more time curled up on the couch, curtains drawn, the TV glowing with muted talk shows. Sometimes she'd stare at me, like she was memorizing my face. Sometimes she didn't look at me at all. I remember one night, the sound of glass shattering in the kitchen. I ran out and saw him hunched over the table, cards spread like confessions. She was crying, begging him to stop, her voice breaking on every word. He didn't yell back, he just laughed. This hollow laugh that made the hairs on my arms rise. I tried so hard to be invisible. Perfect grades, no trouble. Dishes washed before anyone asked. I thought, maybe if I kept everything spotless, I could glue them back together. Kids think like that. You believe love is something you can earn if you scrub hard enough. Then came the Tuesday morning in October. I woke to silence. No coffee brewing. No TV mumble. Just the wind rattling the loose screen in my window. Their bedroom door was open. Closet half empty. Drawers pulled out like broken teeth. On the counter, a single note in my mother's script. Riley, we can't do this anymore. Serena will take care of you. 16 words carved into my brain. I dialed their numbers until the battery died. The line either rang into nothing or disconnected mid-tone. I sat on the floor, phone still pressed to my ear, the smell of stale smoke and last night's fries sticking to my hair. When Child Protective Services finally came, I remember clinging to the only thing that still ticked with any kind of order. The old brass metronome my mom had left on the piano we couldn't afford to tune. It had been my father's when he was a boy, back when he dreamed of being a musician before life crushed him flat. That clicking, steady, unbothered, mechanical, was the only heartbeat left in that apartment. And then Serena appeared. Not with tears or hugs, she wasn't that type. She walked in wearing her slate gray suit, pearls glinting under the hallway light, her perfume slicing through the cigarette stink. She looked at me, then at the suitcase I'd managed to pack and said, "Carry what matters. The rest can be sent later." In her car, leather seat stiff against my back, she asked only one thing. "Do you want the metronome?" I nodded, clutching it in my lap like a life raft. She didn't say it then, but later I understood. She had lost her own company once, years before I was born, because she trusted the wrong partner. Since then, she believed in proof, in records, in rhythm. Discipline wasn't just her style, it was her armor. That night in her big craftsman house by the water, she placed the metronome on my desk. Tick, tick, tick. A sound that meant rules, but also stability. For the first time in months, I fell asleep without the phone in my hand. The night after the will reading, I agreed to meet them for dinner. Part of me knew I shouldn't. Evelyn had warned me, don't give them any opening without me present. But there was this raw knot inside me that wanted answers, even if I already suspected the questions weren't worth asking. The restaurant they picked was all polished wood and low light, the kind of place Aunt Serena used to bring me when she wanted me to observe negotiation in the wild. The smell of garlic butter clung to the air, cut by the faint metallic tang of polished silverware. I spotted them at a corner booth before they saw me. Dana had curled her hair, makeup heavier than I remembered, her perfume sharp, floral, almost desperate. Lucas stood when I approached, tugging his jacket like he'd been rehearsing gentlemanly gestures in a mirror. "Riley," he said, voice honeyed but dry at the edges. "Look at you, all grown up." I slid into the booth, keeping my back straight. The way Serena always told me, never slump. It gives away power. "You found the place okay?" Dana asked. Her smile trembled, eyes darting between my face and the menu. "Yeah," I said. My tone came out flat. I couldn't summon warmth even if I tried. They ordered a bottle of red before I'd even touched the menu. Lucas poured himself first, the burgundy liquid catching the candlelight. "Your mother always loved Pinot Noir," he said, as if that detail was supposed to stitch 15 years shut. The waitress glanced at me. "Water," I said quickly. "No wine." My hand wrapped around the glass like it was a boundary line. We danced around small talk for 20 minutes. The weather, my job title, whether I still played piano. Dana leaned in, voice soft. "I regret missing your recitals." She didn't mention that she'd missed everything else, too. Birthdays, graduations, the nights I cried myself sick. Finally, Lucas cleared his throat. "We owe you an explanation." His fork scratched the plate, though he hadn't taken a bite. Back then, I had debts, real ones, dangerous people. And your mother was struggling. He glanced at her, letting her fill in the blanks. "I was sick," Dana whispered. "Depression. I couldn't get out of bed. We thought Serena could give you what we couldn't." The words hovered, sticky and hollow. We thought. Past tense. As if they had sacrificed me like some kind of gift to Serena, not abandoned me with a note. You had yourselves, I finally said. My voice was quiet, but sharp. That's all I wanted. Dana's mascara smudged as she reached across the table. I didn't move my hand. She left hers suspended there, the unspoken truth pooling in the space between us. This was less about regret, more about opportunity. And then came the slip. Lucas leaned back, swirling his wine. Serena did well by you, better than we ever could. But now that she's gone, he paused, his smile practiced. Managing all that property, the business, the assets, it's a lot for someone your age. You shouldn't carry it alone. There it was, the real conversation finally uncloaked. Dana chimed in, voice fragile but rehearsed. Your father and I, we could help, just until you find your footing. Pay off our condo, maybe clear the medical bills, and we'd be stable enough to support you. She named the number like it was nothing. 100,000. My chest went cold. Not rage, not even shock, just clarity, like a camera lens snapping into focus. I've been running Vale and Hearth for years, I said, my tone calm, almost clinical. I don't need help managing. Lucas's jaw twitched, but he covered it with a chuckle. Experience is different than responsibility, kiddo. You'll see. Kiddo, 15 years vanished. And that's what I was again. A child small enough to be managed, old enough to bankroll them. I pressed record on my phone under the table. The metronome Serena had given me didn't tick here, but I could hear its phantom beat in my head. Tick, tick. Proof matters. Always keep records. By the time dessert menus arrived, they'd spun the circle twice more. Guilt, regret, then money. I smiled politely, the way Serena taught me to smile in boardrooms where you don't want to tip your hand. But inside, I knew. This wasn't reunion, this was transaction, and I wasn't buying. The next morning, I walked into Evelyn Cho's office, a knot in my stomach, my phone heavy in my pocket. The recording from last night was saved, each clink of a wine glass punctuating their half-hearted apologies and their not-so-subtle requests for money. Evelyn's office didn't smell like grief, the way Serena's house still did. It smelled of paper and polish, like order stacked into neat files. A metronome would have fit here, steadying the silence. My parents were already seated across the glossy conference table, flanked by a man in a slick suit, hair grease so flat it looked like glass. Gerald Hoffman, he introduced himself, offering me a thin smile that never touched his eyes. I represent your parents' interests. Interests. Not love, not reconciliation. Interests. Evelyn joined us, crisp as ever, laying down a folder thick enough to bruise. Let's clarify a few things before anyone makes claims they can't support. Her voice was cool, but I noticed the faintest curl at the corner of her mouth, as if she'd been waiting for this moment. Hoffman cleared his throat. My clients remain the legal guardians of Ms. Hart. There was never a formal termination of their parental rights, which means they hold a stake in managing her inheritance. I nearly laughed. At 28 years old, with a resume Serena herself had built into steel, they wanted to call me a child again, but Evelyn didn't laugh. She slid the first set of papers forward. Temporary guardianship was established when Riley was 13, she said. Her nails tapped a measured rhythm on the desk. Tick, tick, tick. Over the following year, repeated notices were sent to Lucas and Dana Hart regarding permanent arrangements. They failed to respond. Dana shifted in her chair, lips parting as if to protest. But Evelyn raised one brow and continued. After 6 months, the court scheduled a termination hearing. Counsel of record. Your signatures, Mr. and Mrs. Hart, consenting to permanent transfer to Ms. Vale. Lucas leaned forward, voice tight. Forgeries, we never signed those. That was Evelyn's cue. She slid another folder across the table. Inside, photographs curled under the fluorescent lights. A manila report stamped with dates, names, signatures. Aria Novak, the investigator Serena had hired. Images of Lucas at casinos in Reno. Of Dana working shifts as a cocktail waitress. Their handwriting matched, their words recorded. Not forgeries, Evelyn said softly, confirmed by a third-party expert. And here, she produced another sealed envelope, edges worn. Serena's handwriting across the front. My chest tightened. I unfolded the letter. Serena's voice spilled out in ink. She explained how she'd paid them once against her better judgment, just to avoid a custody battle, how they came back for more, and she refused. How she hired investigators every year to check if they had changed. And then the words that anchored me. I adopted you legally when you turned 16. I kept my name on the records so you wouldn't feel erased. But make no mistake, you've been my daughter in every way since that day. The room blurred, my throat burned, but I kept reading. If they attempt to challenge, Evelyn holds the adoption papers and the contingency clause. Any attempt to dispute your inheritance transfers the entire estate to Harbor Trust for abandoned children. I will not have my life's work turned into leverage for extortion. I set the letter down with shaking hands. The silence was thick, broken only by the hum of the AC. Lucas's face drained of color. Dana's shoulders collapsed inward. You knew where I was all those years, I said, my voice low, steady, more Serena than me. And you never came. Not until there was money. Hoffman shifted uncomfortably. Perhaps there's room for compromise. Evelyn's eyes flicked to me, then back to him. The only compromise, she said, is whether we file restraining orders today or tomorrow. For the first time in years, I felt taller than them. Not because of the letter, not even the adoption papers, but because I realized the metronome beat wasn't just Serena's anymore. It was mine. Tick, tick. Proof, boundaries, no more excuses. I thought the adoption papers and Serena's letter would be the end of it. Legal lines drawn, no room left for them to maneuver. But people like my parents, they don't just stop when the front door is locked. They circle around looking for windows. And this time, the window was public opinion. 2 weeks later, I woke to the vibration of my phone against the nightstand. Dozens of missed calls, headlines splashed across the screen. Heiress stolen by aunt. Parents claim legal trickery. My stomach dropped. The article was plastered with a grainy photo of me at Serena's funeral. Eyes red, lips pressed tight. Next to it, a studio shot of Lucas and Dana, smiling like they'd just been crowned saints. The article quoted them. We only want our daughter back. Serena Vale tricked us out of custody when we were vulnerable. Now Riley's trapped, managing a multi-million-dollar company she's too young to handle. My chest buzzed like a hive. Too young. A child again, reduced to helplessness in a single sentence. By noon, the story had been picked up on local radio. Talk show hosts debated whether I was an ungrateful daughter or a pawn. Hashtags trended, sympathy pooled where lies were thickest. And behind it all, a name I recognized, Marston Holdings. Clive Marston, the corporate shark Serena always warned me about, was quoted in one piece. Vale and Hearth has been poorly managed since Serena's passing. We stand ready to ensure stability if Riley Hart decides to step aside. It wasn't just family anymore, it was business. I met Nora that night at my kitchen table. Laptop screens casting cold light across stacks of takeout containers. She scrolled through comments, her mouth a thin line. They're not just telling their story, she said. They're creating a crisis of confidence. Investors get spooked. Customers start wondering. And boom, Marston swoops in with a buyout offer. I rubbed my temples. the faint tick of the metronome upstairs bleeding into my memory. Proof, order, rhythm. So what do I do? Nora leaned back, eyes sharp. You don't fight fire with fire. If you go on camera tomorrow screaming about abandonment, you look defensive. You look like the kid they're painting you to be. You need to be Serena's heir in every sense, measured, factual, transparent. I thought of Serena at those business dinners, watching other executives twist themselves into lies. Her whisper in my ear, notice who maintains eye contact, notice who speaks last. The next morning, the front gate was crowded with reporters, microphones pointed like weapons. The air smelled of wet pavement and cheap perfume, voices layering into a roar. Riley, did your aunt steal you from your parents? Riley, are you planning to sell Veil and Hearth? I didn't answer. Evelyn and I slipped into the car, windows rolled tight, my heart pounding against the glass. That evening, Evelyn spread documents across her office table like playing cards. Investigator reports, signed affidavits, the adoption decree, Serena's sealed letter. We hold the truth, she said, but the public doesn't read files. They read faces. The thought of a press conference made my palms sweat. I'd built presentations, pitched campaigns, but this was different. This was my life under fluorescent lights. Still, the alternative was silence, and silence would let them write the story for me. So we planned. Nora drafted talking points. Evelyn rehearsed my answers until my voice no longer shook. We chose the venue carefully, not a boardroom, not a stage, but the heart of Veil and Hearth. A workshop where artisans still shaped wood and fabric, the air smelling of varnish and wool. Authentic, honest. Serena would have approved. On the eve of it, I stood alone in Serena's study. The metronome sat on the desk, its brass gleam catching the lamplight. I set it ticking, tick, tick, tick. My pulse slowed to its rhythm, proof and patience, not fire, not frenzy. Outside, the storm of headlines raged louder, but inside that steady beat, I felt something new. Not just survival, strategy. Tomorrow I would face them all. Not as the abandoned child, not as the too young heiress, but as the woman Serena raised me to be. The workshop smelled of cedar and varnish, the kind of scent that clung to your clothes like memory. Sunlight streamed through tall windows, catching motes of sawdust in midair. It wasn't a stage. Not really. It was where Serena used to walk the floor, reminding me. Leadership was built in spaces where people actually worked, not just in boardrooms. Reporters crowded the long benches, cameras balanced on tripods, red lights blinking like watchful eyes. My palms were slick, but when I looked at the metronome I'd set on the podium, just a small brass triangle gleaming under the lights, I felt the rhythm steady me. Tick, tick, tick. Evelyn stood off to the side, a fortress in heels. Nora adjusted the mic. Remember, she whispered, facts first, emotion second. Let the evidence talk, not your anger. I nodded, though my chest burned. The noise died down when I stepped up. I could feel their eyes, hungry, skeptical, waiting to decide if I was villain or victim. My name is Riley Hart, I began. You've read the headlines. You've seen the interviews. Today, you're going to see the truth. I pressed play on the screen behind me. A timeline appeared. Photographs, dates, receipts. Images of Lucas at casino tables, Dana signing affidavits, copies of the investigators' reports. Each slide landed with the click of the projector, like a judge's gavel. 15 years ago, I continued, my parents chose to leave me. Serena Vale didn't steal me, she saved me. Gasps rippled when I held up the adoption decree, sealed with the court's crest. I've been Serena's legal daughter since I was 16. That's not a claim. That's a fact. Dana's televised tears from last week flickered in my mind. I let silence stretch. The tick of the metronome faint in the mic. Proof doesn't shout, it waits. Then came Serena's voice. Evelyn had cued a short video Serena recorded before her diagnosis made speaking too hard. The screen showed her in her study, posture erect, eyes sharp. Family is not defined by blood alone. It is defined by who shows up, day after day. I chose Riley and she chose me. The room held its breath. For a moment, even the cameras seemed to stop whirring. I spoke again, quieter now. The people who've claimed I'm too young to lead? I've been running Vale and Hearth for 4 years under Serena's guidance. We've grown, we've modernized, and we've created jobs. That's not an accident, that's discipline, that's proof. Reporters scribbled, cameras zoomed. A hand shot up. What about Marston Holdings' statement that you're unfit to manage the company? I smiled, not sweet, sharp. Marston benefits from instability. That's why they've fueled this narrative. But instability ends today. Vale and Hearth remains independent, and under my leadership, it will keep thriving. Another voice called, "And your parents? Will you cut them off completely?" My throat tightened, but I met the question head on. That's personal. But here's what I'll say. Family doesn't reappear only when there's money. Family doesn't negotiate love like a transaction. I've already had a parent who proved what family really means. The crowd erupted in overlapping questions, flashes popping like fireworks, but I stepped back. Let Evelyn close the session with a formal statement. The reporters had what they came for: facts, visuals, Serena's own voice. Outside, the sky had shifted from gray to blue. The air smelled cleaner, sharp with the sea breeze off the bay. Nora squeezed my hand. "You nailed it," she said. "You didn't just defend yourself, you reframed the whole story." I exhaled, shaky but lighter. For once I wasn't just reacting to chaos, I was leading. The metronome ticked in my bag. A heartbeat that was mine now. But as we walked out past the cameras, I caught sight of a dark sedan idling at the corner. Inside, Lucas's silhouette leaned forward, watching. Even from a distance, I could feel the heat of his stare. This wasn't over, not by a long shot. That night, the house felt quieter than usual. Even the ocean outside seemed to hold its breath. Waves muted against the rocks. I was in Serena's study, file still spread across the desk, the brass metronome ticking steady beside me. Tick, tick, tick. Then came the pounding at the front door. 3 sharp blows, too hard to be polite, too insistent to ignore. Through the glass, I saw them. Lucas standing stiff in the porch light. Dana clutching her purse like it was a shield. Mr. Lynn hovered near the hallway camera monitor, waiting for my signal. I opened the door only enough to block the entry. "It's late," I said. "You shouldn't be here." Lucas pushed forward, his shadow long on the hardwood. "You embarrassed us," he hissed. His breath smelled of coffee and bitterness. "Dragging our names through the mud on television. That's not family." "I didn't drag anything," I answered. "I showed the truth." Dana's mascara had bled into soft shadows under her eyes. "Riley, please. You don't understand what people have been sending us. Messages. Threats. We didn't mean for it to explode like this." Her voice trembled, the kind of tremor that comes from both fear and guilt. Lucas cut her off, tone sharp. "Don't let her play the victim. You've got everything now, and you're freezing us out. You think a judge's stamp and that woman's money make her your real mother?" His words spat that woman like it was poison. I stepped out onto the porch, closing the door behind me. "You lost the right to define family the day you walked away." For a moment, Dana's face softened. She whispered, "I called Serena once. When you were 16. I hung up. I was ashamed. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't." Her eyes glistened. Not performative, not rehearsed. Shame has its own raw shape. And it was written across her. Lucas's laugh cracked the moment. "Don't beg," he muttered. The same cold dismissal I remembered from childhood arguments. I took a folded sheet of paper from my pocket, held it between us. The metronome's tick echoed faintly in my mind. Here's the deal. If you want contact again, it won't be about money. For 12 months, no calls, no ambushes. Instead, you attend group therapy, volunteer at the community center Serena funded, and send proof. Letters. Not about me, not about money, but about the work you've done. After a year, we can talk, with a counselor present. Dana reached for the paper like it might burn her fingers. Lucas didn't move. We're not jumping through hoops, he said. We're your parents. That's all that matters. I met his stare. Parents show up. Parents keep promises. Parents don't walk away when things get hard. Blood doesn't buy you shortcuts. The porch light buzzed overhead, drawing moths into frantic spirals. Dana clutched the paper to her chest, shoulders caving inward. I'll try, she whispered. Lucas's jaw tightened. He stepped back into the dark. Enjoy your little empire, he said. This isn't over. I didn't flinch. It is for tonight. And remember, there's a camera. I gestured to the red light blinking under the eave. His face froze for a second, then hardened into a mask. They turned together, but not together. Dana lagging, Lucas striding ahead. The sound of their footsteps on gravel faded into the night, until all I could hear again was the ocean, and inside the tick of the metronome. Not counting down, just keeping time. Steady as a boundary I refused to let slip. 6 months later, the house finally felt like mine. I'd repainted the study a shade lighter, sunlight pooling warmer across the desk where Serena once sat. The metronome still kept its place on the console, but I didn't wind it as often anymore. Its brass gleam was enough. Proof that rhythm lived in me now, not just in its tick. Veil and Hearth was thriving. We'd launched 2 new collections, both rooted in the kind of craftsmanship Serena adored, but modernized with online sales and a social media presence she never trusted. Orders doubled. Employees stopped calling me the kid behind my back. Investors who once sniffed around for weakness now asked for tours of the workshop, the air alive with cedar, sawdust, and the steady thrum of machines. But the part that mattered most wasn't the profits. It was the foundation, Harbor Trust Fellowship, that Evelyn and I launched in Serena's name. We funded therapy sessions for kids aging out of foster care, provided housing stipends, offered scholarships. At the opening event, I stood beside a girl no older than 13. She clutched her backpack like armor. I saw myself in her. The fear of being left. The hope of someone steady showing up. When she smiled at me, small but real, it was worth more than every zero in the accounts. At night, I sometimes found myself walking the garden Serena tended. Roses and lavender scented the cool air, the stone path crunching under my shoes. Her headstone rested under the oldest oak. Simple, as she had asked. Serena Vale, 1949-2023. Beneath, I'd added one word, Mother. I still hadn't answered Dana's last letter. It arrived in January, handwritten, no return address. No requests for money, just regret inked in shaky lines. I failed you. I don't deserve another chance, but I'm trying to earn it. I've been attending meetings, volunteering. I hope you're well. I kept it in the desk drawer, folded and refolded until the creases blurred the words. Sometimes I thought about replying. Sometimes I thought silence was reply enough. Nora teased me once. You could post a screenshot and let the comments decide. We both laughed. But the truth was, I didn't want strangers to decide what forgiveness should look like. Forgiveness wasn't content. It was work. And maybe one day I'd open that door again, with conditions. Or maybe I wouldn't. Either way, it was my choice. Mr. Lin still came by twice a week, humming as he polished the banisters. One evening, he told me quietly, she was terrified, you know, the night you first arrived. She searched for child-rearing manuals until morning. I imagined Serena, pearls on her dresser, reading glasses on, scrolling articles through the night, and I laughed, soft and aching. Even fear she turned into discipline. Evelyn had become something like family, too. At dinner one night, she lifted her glass of tea and said, "Serena would be proud, not just of the business, but of the way you drew your lines and held them." I didn't answer. Pride was still hard to accept, but I felt it, like heat in the chest. The hardest question had stopped haunting me. Why did they leave me? It no longer carried teeth. The answer was less about me and more about their limitations. What mattered was who stayed, who showed up day after day. Serena did, and now I was showing up for others. So here's what I'll leave you with. Have you ever had to redefine family for yourself? Do you think blood should guarantee forgiveness, or should love be proven through action? I'd love to hear in the comments. And if you know someone struggling with toxic family ties, maybe share this story. Sometimes the rhythm of healing starts with knowing you're not alone. I closed the study window that night, the sea air carrying the faint clang of a buoy bell. In the quiet, the metronome ticked once, then stopped. I let it rest. I had learned to keep time on my own.